Hey there guys, and welcome to this brand new series for the channel. This is kind of the first of a bunch of videos I'll be doing, all kind of adventure based. This is a bit of a warm up really, but as you can see from the map, this is kind of a Everest themed ascent of a mountain nearby called Alto Del Chorrillo. It's going to be lovingly known as Sack Mountain because there's a 6,000 foot climb up to the summit from my house, and it's going to be a real ball buster. So that's where that comes from. You'll see on the map there that I've got the four camps: Camp 1, 2, 3 and 4. Prado Lano is a peak that's on the way up, and then Alto Del Chorrillo is my peak at about 9,000 feet. So going to be a hell of a ride for me. I'm going to build up to it, do a couple of trips up to all the other camps, probably 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe one trip each, maybe 2 trips each, maybe a combination, whatever it takes to get in shape to go for the big ascent day, hopefully in a few weeks. But yeah, we'll do videos of every single ascent that I do and make a little bit of adventure of it. So obviously for the first ride we head up to Camp 1. That's a 2,000 foot ascent over about 6.5 miles. We're starting off at about 3,200 feet and ending up at about 5,200 feet, going through all the 3 villages: Pampanera, Bubion and Capalera. Yeah, up to the start of the dirt track. So yeah, let's get into the riding. Right, here we go, up to Camp 1, first trip. Yeah, 2,000 feet, doesn't look a lot on Strava, obviously over a 13-mile ride, but when you do it all in one hit, just straight up, if you look on my Strava activity, it looks like a mountain in itself, the elevation profile, just straight up, straight down. So I certainly got the legs pumping. Yeah, just on our way up to Pampanera from my house now. This is the way I drive every time I go up the hill for a ride, just so as you get a bit of a feel for what I get up to. Nice big power station on the left there, give my bollocks a quick fry on the way past. Here we come into Pampanera. Lovely little village. All the drivers are really careful. You see all these cars zooming past and buses, friggin' massive buses go up and down to the villages. But they're really good, really careful of mountain bikers and road bikers. My Strava time obviously won't look very good because this is the Spanish riders are well into their endurance, so yeah, you get a lot of road bikers going up and down it, and they absolutely smash it up and down here. I heard the other day that they did a race from Motril up the mountain, which included a swim at Motril, like a triathlon, a swim at Motril. They rode up to the top of the mountain here from Motril, which if you look on a map is really far. And then they did a run up here as well, and it took the winner like 3 hours or something. Absolutely ridiculous. It took me 2 hours to just climb this, although I am on an all-mountain enduro bike. But yeah, lovely day for it as well. This was like 25 degrees. Look at that view down towards Motril there. Yeah, like 25 degrees, Bubion Capalera. About 10 mile an hour wind, which is just perfect conditions for around here. Still pretty warm, but nowhere near as hot as what I normally have to endure, sort of 30, 35 degrees with not a breath of wind. So it was really good for the first run out. It was no problem really. I felt it a bit in the evening, felt a bit sunstrokey that evening. Felt fine when I got to the top, but you just can't really drink enough to keep up. It's just, yeah, it just kind of zaps it out of you really without you even realising. That's Bubion and Capalera that you can see in the distance on the left there. Bubion first, then Capalera. They're the nicer out of the 3 villages. Capalera's my favourite, Bubion's my second favourite. Some real good riding on the right. This is where a lot of you guys, the footage that you've seen me riding is on the right of me here now. All of it is really, but literally just to the right of me here. Lovely place to ride. Feel so lucky to be able to ride here day in, day out. And here we are at Bubion. Great mountain bike shop in Bubion. Lovely work, great workshop. Lovely couple that run the place. Very, very helpful. Fix up my bike whenever I break it, which is every week or so. Full workshop, few parts, some components, some clothes, energy bars for if you're passing by. A great place just to stop in for a chat. Make sure you mention Reluctant Rider and receive 0% discount. I should speak to them actually, maybe they will be able to give a bit of discount. I've actually had, you wouldn't believe it, I've got 330 or 40 subscribers at the minute, and I've had someone in there ask after me. A couple of cheekers on the right, big bus on the left, nearly ran me over. And here we go into Capalera. This is my absolute favourite village, I think, in the whole world. Love the buildings. all painted white so as it didn't get too hot. Mini nearly reversing into me, didn't look at anywhere that bad because I was just cruising up the hill really slowly and not 2000% faster as it is now. Awesome shops and stuff in all the villages for you know, taking away rugs really cheap, massive rugs. Just an awesome place. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't want to live here. Right, this is the final stretch up to Camp 1 at just under 5,000 feet, or around 5,000 feet. Another stop to admire the view here. Look at that. At about 4,500 feet here, I guess. Beautiful. My arse was pretty sore this morning, but yeah, didn't break a sweat really. It was pretty good. That's where I do my wheelies on the left there, cruising in to Camp 2. Pretty steep this bit, but doable. And then from here on in, it's all sort of gravel track, dusty track, but really, really nice. They graded it recently, this stuff here. Well guys, I made it up to Camp 1, or what I'm lovingly calling Camp 1 as part of my Everest theme. Yeah, if I read out some of the numbers here for you there, that I basically got up here at, I don't know if you can see that. I got up here in 2 hours. It'd been here for sort of 10 minutes setting up. That's 6.5 miles, 2,029 feet of ascent is what it's saying at the minute. So yeah, that puts me at an elevation of 5,206 feet. Just so as I am completely prepared for summit day as well, I've used 1.5 litres of my 3 litres of water that I carried at the time, or that I carried for this ride. And I drank 250 millilitres of like just a cheap isotonic drink. I didn't have any. I stopped at the bike shop on the way up, but it was closed. They've just started operating on sort of like siesta hours, whereas in the winter they run different hours again, but they're running siesta hours now, so they were closed, and I was going to stop in there for an energy bar because I didn't have any at home. So I've been riding for 2 hours. I've had no energy bars. Probably should have had one at about 1 hour because I've done nothing but climbing. Yeah, that's kind of all the stuff that that's all of the sort of food and drink that I've used. Obviously for summit day I'll need a lot more than that, so I'm going to definitely need to carry a second bladder. I'm going to carry some more isotonic drinks. I'm obviously going to carry some food, but yeah, as a first go at it, that was pretty good. I've honestly, with my ribs being still quite bad and just first bash at it, I wasn't really too sure that I was going to make it all the way up here, because it's just a hill all the way up. You can turn around at any point and just get home without having to hardly pedal at all, like, you know. So I've got the very soul destroying task now of, even though some of my favourite downhill sections are right in between me and my house now, and I've done all the hard work to go and ride them, I'm going to have to ride down the road because my ribs are too sore to be going over any chunky stuff still. So that's a little bit soul destroying, but it's all good. I'm really happy with that. Yeah, we're definitely going to be able to do this. This is like that was 2,000 feet of climbing. I've got 6,000 feet of climbing to do in total. I've gone, like I say, 6.5 miles. It's going to be more like 17 miles to get to the summit, so that's 2,000 feet, you know, a third of the climbing done. It's pretty much a third of the miles done. So yeah, you know, it's much more of the same. I go on to dirt track now, but it's all very well graded. It's nice stuff, so it's definitely very doable, this task. I'm not sure how many times I'm going to have to come up to each, you know, camp. I'm going to go to Camp 2 next because that's not really much further on. Another 1,000 feet, a couple of miles. Yeah, no, it's good. I'm really keen on this. If I can nail this first time, you know, just get up to the top, one go at each camp, maybe a couple of camps, then I'm going to be over the moon with that, and we can move on to some bigger challenges and some bike packing. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope I can edit that into a good video, that pretty boring stuff. That's one thing I should mention, is I had the GoPro on my shoulder strap of the bag, obviously on the gimbal, on the Karma grip, just taped to the strap of my bag, and that's no good because the Karma grip is pretty much empty on battery now. That's 2 hours. It probably had another quarter of an hour in it, half an hour, and then it would be done. So there's no point in using the Karma grip on the day, so I'm going to have to come up with another mounting option for the GoPro, get some more memory. Yeah, but other than those few niggly things, this is all just me learning, and yeah, I'm really keen, really keen, really looking forward to future adventures, and really looking forward to getting this one nailed. So thanks a lot for watching. On your bikes.